freedom of expression needs defenders. It needs defenders so that Zunar does not spend the next 43 years of his life in jail. That's an entire Index lifetime. It needs defenders so that Nabil Rajab can speak freely and travel freely without fear of jail, harassment or torture. And it needs defenders so that Zaina's 8-week-old baby, who travelled here with her this week, can grow up in a world where she can speak freely no matter where she chooses to live, and if she so chooses, perhaps to report freely too, like her mother.
And the winner is Zaina Erhaim from Syria.
I didn't get this award because of me, because I'm Zaina. I think I got it because of the great Syrian citizen journalists and journalists who decided not to be propagandists for Assad. On the other way, they decided to be heroes and report the truth, and they are paying the highest price for that.
I mean, I don't mind the Guardian readers, they are great. Sometimes there can be a pain in the arse, because they don't really laugh. They don't really come to laugh, they come to learn. They sit there and go, yes, it's very interesting. But I think I'll laugh when I get home.
And the winner is GreatFire from China.
We would not be in this position if it were not for the support of others. Thank you to those who have provided us with the means to dedicate ourselves to GreatFire. Thank you also to the many individuals within China who have made personal donations.
The Index on Censorship is really one of the world's leading forums where people who do some incredibly dangerous work in authoritarian countries are celebrated, whereas in their own countries they're pariahs. And that's the kind of discrepancy that Index is able to highlight, is that the sort of freedoms that we completely take for granted are not universal, and that is exactly what Index is working towards.
The winner is Bolo Bhi from Pakistan.
What we do in Pakistan, of course, though, our battle for the past year especially has been challenging a piece of legislation that the government is trying to bring in, which has various speech restrictions, among various other things. And laws are generally, a dry piece of legislation is not something that, people stomach, and it's not something that they are interested in. So it was obviously a challenge of developing an interest in the law and contextualizing it for the average person and how it's going to impact them.
Index is indispensable. I think Index is there, that has been there in the past, and I think Index has a really useful role to play going forward, supporting activists, supporting dissidents, supporting those who stand up to those in power, who take on the taboo, the sacred, and who exercise their fundamental right to freedom of expression.
And the winner is Murad Subay from Yemen.
I want to thank my friends who join me every day, every time in painting the walls of the streets, and who share with me the same concerns over the issues that are really important. I also want to thank the good people of Yemen who have always supported us and who were the spirit of every campaign I launched to paint in the streets.
The award for the first Music in Exile Fellowship is going to go to a great young artist, Smokey.
It's very important for me, your support, the support of the people from England to Burkina Faso. We have been fight for so many years to have a new democracy. For the first time in our story, we have an entire civil government, and we unfortunately we lost a lot of friends, a lot of young people in this fight.